Authorities in Zimbabwe have banned the sale of second-hand clothes in all central business districts of all municipalities. The ban also includes a restriction of all night vendings effective Monday. While speaking to the journalists on Monday, the Minister of Local Government and Public Works, Daniel Garwe, said that the government had also banned the importation of second-hand clothes. He further directed the city of Harare to collaborate with the law enforcement to immediately implement the new measures, emphasizing that street vending undermines formal businesses that pay taxes. He noted that night vending had also led to illicit drug and substance deals, posing threats to health, the economy, and the national security.
Hello, my people. Today we are talking about Zimbabwe. Those authorities in Zimbabwe have just banned the sale of second-hand clothing or second-hand cloth. Used cloth. They ban it in Zimbabwe. Like they don't want even anyone to import those items into their country. And the reason why they gave, as you see in that short video, is about we want to promote our own, locally made goods, which there's nothing wrong with promoting it. But this is not the right way to go by banning second-hand clothing. You know what I mean? Second-hand clothing is sold even in an advanced world, even in UK, in America, you can get second-hand clothing. So there's no point banning it because, Zimbabwe is not a very rich country, I think it's among the poorest country in Africa. Some people cannot afford to buy new clothes, Some people can only afford second-hand or used cloth, which I don't see anything wrong in wearing all this used cloth. You know what I mean? People wear it even in an advanced world, in an advanced economy. You know what I mean? But sometimes these are our politicians in Africa. They're making decisions. There's no even adequate arrangement to make sure that what they're doing is not going to affect some people in a negative way. And we know in Africa that banning stuff doesn't mean like you cannot find it. It's a way of making it very expensive because people are going to find a way to still bring this used cloth in Zimbabwe, and it's going to be, people going to buy it, but it's going to be more expensive now because now it's like in black market. You can only get it in black market. And this black market is going to be a reality anyway because we know it in Africa. Like we have black markets in anything, So banning the second-hand clothing is not the way forward to improve the economy or even to improve the local economy. You know what I mean? Because clothing is one of the necessities of life. You have to clothe yourself. So you have to put on clothes. So I don't know why they are targeting clothes. Why don't you target used cars? Why can't Zimbabwe ban used cars? From coming to Zimbabwe, they should go to ban used cars because those are the ones that contribute more in environmental damages. You know what I mean? Not only used cars, there's other stuff you can ban, that is not good, that most of the time ends up in Africa, all this stuff that the West don't know how to dispose it. They push it to Africa. But cloth, I'm not saying that second-hand cloth ending up in Africa is the best thing, but cloth, you can recycle it anyway. So it's not so bad as other stuff that Zimbabwe will still go ahead and allow used one to come in their country, but the cloth they cannot. This is a bad move. You know what I mean? They should rescind this ban because it's not going to help the economy. It's not going to help anyone. It's going to make life more difficult, as it has been. It was Zimbabwe, since Mugabe. You know what I mean? And Zimbabwe is a very nice country. If I like the way the country, the way they plan the country. It's good. I think it's one of the best planned countries in Africa. You see, they have a lot of green spaces, and which I like. Some places in Africa doesn't have green spaces. You know what I mean? So, but this is not the right way. This is not the right move. They should call off this ban and allow people to bring in used clothes in Africa. It's not bad stuff. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and like our video. Thank you.